flip on the book of face. Yeah, I know where to go. There's a man over there into the music scene, showing lots of love for the community. With great advice, I know who I should go see.
All around town radio.
That's where I go for the latest band info. So all around town radio show for the music that comforts my soul. It's the all around town radio show. The all around town radio.
Woo!
Hot diggity dog.
Run around.
Hey, welcome to the program, Karis.
Gosh.
Did you slide in like at the last second?
Literally just
Yeah.
went in at the last second.
I saw that. I was trying to hold off for a minute to see if you'd make it, but what the hell? We're here. What's going on? Hold on. I got echoes happening. I got all kinds. Yesterday's show was an absolute disaster because my streaming platform picked my computer as the audio source instead of my board. Nothing worked, but we did it anyway. It was great to see you over the weekend.
It was good to see you and getting ice cream with Mrs. Hall.
Was it? Was it good?
It was delicious.
I got to turn your volume up a little.
Delicious.
Okay.
Well, I want to know who that guy was that I wanted to say hi because I never said hi to him because I was running to get ice cream. He was wearing the blue shirt with his friend who had the red shirt. I guess you were saying he's the tour manager for Warrant or something like that.
Yeah.
And I wanted to say hi. Who was that?
Yeah, you're catching me off guard is what you're doing here.
Oh my, just kidding.
No, I'm trying to think. No, it's Alex Hall. It is Alex Hall. That's
okay. Yeah. Hi, Alex Hall.
My brother from another mother, Alex Hall. But he was there with his friend who manages Warrant and is tour manager for them. And
well, I felt bad because I never actually said hi because I was very excited for my ice cream.
Ice cream, you scream.
We all scream for ice cream.
Speaking of Mrs. All Around Town, she has joined the party. Gina McCann is in the house. Kevin is here. Hi, Kevin.
It was good, Gina. Tell Timmy to go get some.
Tiffany May. She does make them once in a while. Hi, Tiffany from Short of Stable. Thank you for being here. My little powerhouse singer, Tiffany. Ray Renee, speaking of powerhouse singers. Look who's all here. Everybody's here today. Carrie's here.
Ray Renee. Hi, Duke. I'm sorry for getting upset with you.
Duke. How's Duke today?
He's good, but he was naughty. He broke my camera.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
My doggy was naughty today, too. Well, when he's naughty, it's Mrs. Hall Around Town's dog. It's her dog. He was naughty today. And I still haven't cleaned it up yet.
Oh.
But he chewed up a paper towel.
Oh, I was going to say, you should probably clean up some shit and piss and stuff.
Yeah, well, I do that. We have geriatric squad here. It's like a nursing home at our house. Oh, Gina McCann. Hi, Bob Klein. John Hay in the house, formerly known as the Hay Kids, John Hay. Boy, that goes back, doesn't it, John? Yes. Well, Kevin and Gina are having some sort of dialogue back and forth. They're woo-hooing and wooing each other, so we'll just let them finish. I think they're being woo girls today. I have woo girls. Do you know that? Have you ever heard my woo girls?
I think we've all heard your woo girls.
Have you? Is it sickening? Is it getting old?
No.
I like the woo girls. Yes.
Hi, Sandra. Hi, everybody.
Scooter and Care Bear. Really? Is that your new name? Care Bear?
I guess so.
I spent some time with her over the weekend. There's nothing Care Bear about her. I'm just going to say that out loud. She can be a little. I
am fabulous and kind and gentle. I am a delicate fucking flower.
Oh my God. I got to get the beeper out already. She's throwing the F-bombs early, folks. F-bombs early in the show. The show. There, I'll get that all set up and ready. All right, we're ready to
I'll
go.
come
Hi,
with
Roger.
you, Ray. I love ice cream.
Rob's in the house. You love ice cream? I like ice cream too, but it doesn't like me. And that's not because of lactose. It's because of sugar.
It really likes to stick to my body.
All right. Well, we got a lot of people saying hi to everybody out there. Ed Sawicki, our resident wonderful photographer, Ed. Photographer of the stars, I like to refer to him, Karis. And Tina Reed Ramsey from O'Connor's Irish Pub. Thank you.
Still need to get there.
Yes, I know timing is bad, Tina. So, hold on. There's a new person to our show here, Karis.
Who is that?
I don't know. Kevin? Do you say Kevin or...
Is that pronounced Steven?
Steven. Yes, Steven West.
Similar to Seaman,
she's really pretty. Look at her in her picture there. She's very beautiful.
She's beautiful. She's a beautiful lady.
She has 3 beautiful kids right below her. Isn't that neat?
Is she 21?
4 beautiful kids, actually. I think she might be 21 now.
She has 4 kids?
No,
Did you eat everybody else's food, Thor?
She has 4 kids, including Steven.
Steven.
He says, hope you're all doing well. Now that he's such a big rock star, we never see him.
Wow.
You know. He's missed us. Scotty Long in the house. Thank you, Scotty Long. All right. You want to get started today, Karis? We got to go. We got to get this party going. Hey, we put out the topic on the page, got 0 interest on it. So it's probably going to be a dud, but we'll give it a try. You know how it goes, because we are here to spread joy and
judgment.
Joy and judgment. All right. She's older than Steven. He's a cougar hunter, Jack said. Okay. So we use a slogan a lot here at All Around Town Radio. It's called support local music. And unfortunately, it was really popular during the COVID era. And now it has unfortunately become a bit of a throwaway catchphrase. People just toss it out there like it is just buttered bread or something. It doesn't mean a whole lot. So
why do you say that?
I don't know. I see it a lot. And, it's interesting. Many artists aren't prepared to defend their perspective if someone disagrees with them. We see that a lot lately. People are tending to be a little more angry on social. And for the artist, the only reason they seem to throw this out is if it seems to benefit them. And I'm just going to say that out loud. Some people are sincere. I'm not lumping everybody in here. But one thing I see that's falling off that was really popular a couple years ago was for artists and musicians and such and bands to promote their audience and to talk to their audience and feel good about the people who follow them. I'm seeing it start to decline. We had someone write into the show that said, I went to an artist show and I've been going to their shows for years. They've always been nice to me. And now it appears that they have gotten a little more popular and they don't even speak to their fans anymore. They step off the stage, they go out in the parking lot or do something and hide from everybody, come back in, play their set, and don't ever interact with their fan base. And so that's not really supporting local music for the artist as well. There's a lot of people out there that say they support local music. What's your thought on that, Karis? You have a thought on that today.
I'm not really agreeing with you 100% on this one. I mean, I know that there are a lot of artists. I don't know. Maybe I see a lot of people thanking their fans and the audience. I also know that after a set, some people want to go smoke a joint or just want to have a cigarette or just relax, especially if it was hot or something. But in general, I think, I don't know, maybe I'm not seeing it.
Okay. Well, that's going to be an interesting show then, because you and I will probably disagree on a few points, but I will say, and Jack's trying to be vanilla like he usually is on here, but I will tell you that there are friends that support each other. I get that. And there are people who support what we do here at All Around Town Radio. But there are also people who do not support each other.
I agree. I do agree, but I find I don't know what it is, but I find the people with the most amount of ego, it just sort of works itself out to the point where I don't know, like if you're not going to support how you got there, which is the people coming to see you, well, eventually, I mean, I don't know. It just doesn't seem like they're going to, in my opinion, it doesn't really last that long. I do find a lot of people, once they do get there, they all of a sudden start taking a whole lot more selfies and just like being a lot more like, we're so great. This is what I'm doing. You know, we all started from from here and now look at me. I'm doing this, you know, sort of thing, and not so much more about them than it is about their audience. I have seen that, I suppose, but in general, I think it's pretty good.
Well, I'm getting crickets today from the people who wanted us to do this topic, so I don't see them out there yet and making their comments. I hope they do, because I'm not the only one that has this issue. There are other people who have certainly written into us and been a part of this. But what I'm going to say is, no one should ever wonder where mainstream new or big popular artists come from. Once upon a time, they all started out in a bar, probably playing to their local fan base. And I think it's hugely important to take care of your local fan base. It's hugely important to throw out appreciation to your local fan base. And I get that even on your birthday, I watched you. Everybody wanted a piece of Ceris that night. Okay. They wanted to hug you, love you, kiss you. After a while, yeah, that gets to where I just want to get away and sit in my corner and relax for a few minutes. I mean, I totally get it. I totally get it with music artists. They want to take a break. They've been on stage. They want to go out, have a drink outside, do something, whatever. But I'm seeing a lot of people, the bigger they get, the less they interact with their fan base. And I think it should be the opposite. That's just my opinion, and my opinion only. And I don't even want to get started about my side of things with our slogan called support local music. I take more crap for that than you could ever imagine from people who are like, well, you don't support us. Well, I support who I can support and who wants to be a part of this. If you don't want to be a part of it, don't be a part of it. But
well, first of all, I don't think anybody's, I don't think it's going to be hard to satisfy it. Everybody wants everything. Like, you know, that if one person gets something, then why don't we all get something? You're never going to please everyone, and you know that, Scott.
Yeah,
I think it also depends on the venue. I like to think that the reason why I think a lot of the bands at the Bell, why I don't see it a lot, is because I don't tend to book those kind of people.
Right. And believe me, I'm not targeting any specific venue or anything.
I know you're not. Not.
And when I come to the Bell, I always mention there is this family there. And I mean, we were at the show with DV8 and, you know, a lot of those people are part of the Bell family as well. And we were there over the weekend, and the guys from 1330 and Miss Jackie, those are people who understand the folks who come to see them. And they're people who take care of those people and give them props for being there and take pictures with them and those kind of things. But there are people out there who I think are becoming more and more distanced from folks in the music business. And what I'm saying is those who are supporting you. And you need to realize that when you throw out the term on stage, support local music, everybody, that means as an artist, you support the people who come to see you, the venue you're playing in, and the other artists in town. That's another side of this whole thing, which is there's some band bloods out there that people don't support each other. And I mean, I've eliminated a few from my group just because of that. And you've eliminated them from playing in your place because of egos and such. So that's where I'm kind of going with this. But again, I'm at the mercy of a message that we got that asked that we use this as a topic. So please understand I'm the deliverer of that, but I also believe in a few things. And I do think there's been a change since COVID in all this kumbaya, support each other, love each other, care for each other.
There's 100% been a change. I mean, at one point, everybody was needed, or, you know, everybody was super duper, you know, nice about certain things because, hoping that they could get a gig or hoping, whatever it may be. And then as soon as everything calmed down, well, things kind of just went back to normal. Unfortunately, my goodness, I can't even tell you. It's probably a dozen people that were my best friends during COVID, which I get because I specifically fought to get live music so that way musicians had a place to play during COVID. I don't regret that by any means, but and it's not why I'm saying it, but I haven't heard from them since.
Yeah. And why do you think it's changed? And if anybody wants to call in today, if anybody wants to write in, please do put your comments in there. We want to hear from you if you've experienced any of this. But I threw that term support local music out because I think it's become kind of just a little trendy catchphrase, or was for a few years. And now it's starting to wean itself away. And now it's more like I've got my artists that I support and I'm not out there supporting everybody, where after the COVID we were. We were all trying to do it. Yeah,
we were, but I think things just kind of got back to normal, and now I don't know. I'm struggling with this one because I don't see it as much as I think you're saying you're seeing it.
We've got a call too, so I'm gonna.
Okay, I'm gonna agree with Tiffany on this one. I know she's talking about the Dayton area, but again, I'm speaking from the Bell's perspective. Dude, the amount of support in that room is insane. So I'm not seeing it, personally speaking.
Okay, we'll take this for a minute so I can try to get this caller back.
Oh, super close up, guys.
Extreme close up. Whoa.
Still dealing with my eye infection, but yeah, I'm under the. I totally feel like there's a whole lot of support now. I think that's also. But again, I say that because I don't really bring people in that I don't think that are kind of shitty people. I feel like I'm talking to myself.
You are.
Yeah.
You are. Hey, I've got a caller just called into the show, so we're going to take their perspective on this.
Who is
and
it?
This is the one and only Heath Bowling. Can you hear me, Heath?
Oh, it's Jack.
Yes, sir, I can.
All right, it's Jack.
Jack Traven is in the house.
Jack Traven, as he's known. But talk to me there, Heath. Tell me what you got to say on this topic.
So we're talking about the whole COVID thing and everything. I don't think, and this is my opinion, so I guess I'm kind of siding maybe a little with Carrots, but I don't think the support or anything has died off. I think for the fact that when COVID happened, it hit us in the gut. A lot of us were, well, at least for me speaking, I did music for a living. So that's why I was playing 5, 6 nights a week. And I just think it hit us in the gut. And a lot of us, that the guys that still were working and still playing, and girls and people that were doing it full time, we were showing mad love to each other. And anything we could find, like bars, anybody that was playing something small outside. I remember during the COVID time, I played outside the parking lot to 14 people in Hamilton just to get a gig. And we showed a lot of support to each other then, and I think we still do it now. It's just not as vocally huge as it was then, because let's be honest, the whole world had nothing else to do but to be on Facebook and social media and sharing whatever we could as far as musicians to try to help one another out. I think now that COVID is pretty much in the rear view, it's back to just basic business. Everybody's got their spots. Everybody has their bars they play in. We're still helping each other out, but I just don't think it's hugely on a big open scale to where you see it on Facebook and Instagram and stuff like that. I think it's more behind the scenes now, because it's not so much to a broader, audience, to where it's now back to just, real close friends helping each other out. I have a couple of friends, I'm not going to mention their names because I don't want to see favoritism or anything, but we message among each other if we're double booked or a gig opens up. We will, text each other, Facebook message each other, whatever, to see if we can get one to cover it or fill it. And I think it's just more of a behind the scenes thing more than an open broad aspect like it was during COVID.
What do you got on that, Karis? Anything?
I would agree with that. I think between musicians, I would agree with that 100%. I think it's, I would agree with that between musicians.
All right, I'm
I
reading
have a
some of the
different
comments.
I
here.
mean, and then I think as far as bar owners, you guys are doing your thing now as bar owners to where things are the pedals are moving again, and to where who's going to fill your bar. You know who is going to come see that person in your bar. You now know how much money that your bar is going to make that said night or day of the week, to where you know who you need to pull in to make your money to pay said band and still make profit. So I feel like bar owners are doing the same thing, to where there's a lot of bars that I used to play, during COVID and before COVID that I don't play anymore. Do they reach out to me? No, they do not. Does it hurt my feelings? Absolutely, it does not. Because it's just like roofing. There's millions of roofs in your neighborhood or in your city. There's a million bars around your city that there's plenty of pie for all of us to get a slice.
All right. I've got one question for you, Heath, as you're with us here today. So the term that was thrown at me by people was the support local music term. And the comment that was made to do this show and prompt this show was about musicians not supporting local musicians and not supporting their audience. I understand that's not your wheelhouse. I mean, you support especially those who drive a long distance to come see all that. I've seen you do it 150 times. But do you think there's some of that out there? And I think Scotty Long said it a minute ago, the bigger the band gets, the more they withdraw themselves from this support everybody concept.
I mean, I think that's on a band or, duo or solo artist's own, how they reflect themselves. Like me, I was a nobody, honestly, 4 years ago. Now I've got a little bit of spark. I'm not, of course, the Shane and Robs of the Till Russ or, the Wheelers and the Ties of the Truck that, have a pretty big, good draw. But I mean, it's just a simple fact that I feel like the way that I look at it as far as my friend base is,
sorry,
they scratch my back. No, you're good.
No, but, comment, it's a comment, man, that Chris Reese made here. It's hilarious.
Gosh, Chris, you funny fucker, you.
It's about you. It's about you, Heath. And I didn't mean to cut you off.
I'll see it in a little bit because I can't watch while I'm on the phone with you.
Well, I'll read it to you. It says, this guy dates Sandra Bullock, drives buses, is a cop, and plays music for a living. Impressive. So.
At least somebody catches on to the profile picture and name finally. Jesus.
Finally,
but,
yes.
Yeah. But I mean, honestly, it's just, now it's just kind of like scratch my back scratchers, at least among my friends. Like, for instance, today Shane put up a post that him and Robbie they're playing bike night. I can't remember. Oh, Misery and Gems tomorrow night. I seen it. I had a minute to be on social media. I shared Shane's stuff. Shane said, "Thank you, brother." And then all of a sudden, Shane sharing me and Benny's show tonight at the Submarine House. I'm saying the same thing. Thank you, brother. It's just like, I can completely agree with it. Like, so many people send me stuff and say, share, but then on the other end, you're not sharing my stuff.
And
so, you know what I mean? It's
that's
kind of like
my point.
Your back thing.
That's my point.
Yeah.
Is it used to be like everybody would help each other all the time, and now it's like your close knit group of friends, your circle, so to speak. And,
well,
right.
I think that's a bit. I mean, to be fair, I love sharing. I share certain things as well from friends. But if Heath has a gig on Friday, and Heath wants to get booked, I'm just using you as an example. I'm not saying this is a thing, but if and the venue was like, okay, let's try to pack the house, and then Heath goes and shares Bob Biggity Boo's post because he's got a show on Friday. Well, that's a little, it's, I can understand not sharing this, sharing that.
Right.
It's the same day and
Right.
I think
that's the 22 that musicians get into.
He's dealing with his owners of the venue, and Bobbity Big Boo Boo has got to deal with that. So they,
that is a slippery slope.
When it was COVID, there wasn't very many options. So you could share because really only a couple of people were playing.
I got to throw an example, and I've done a show where I mentioned my future show at the show, doing something, and somebody got offended. An owner got offended about me doing it, and I had to stop and think. Yeah, because they've got something going that night, and I'm in their venue supporting myself to go somewhere
Right.
else tomorrow night. I mean, I understand it. People are touchy with some of that stuff.
And you know what? It happens everywhere, Scott. It's not just around us in Ohio. I can give you a good instance, like you just said there. I was playing at Cadillac Jack's place. I play every month, once a month, in Shelbyville, Indiana, 2 hours from here. And I played that gig, and the next week I played 5 miles up the road to a place called the St. Paul Tavern. I played that the following week once a month. And I was on that stage, and I said, hey, guys, I appreciate you. I met some new people. I said, if you guys would like to hear me again, I'll be 5 minutes down the road to St. Paul Tavern. By God, my friend who owned that bar lit into my ass about doing that.
Yeah, and it strikes
Because
people sometimes
She has somebody
much tougher.
coming that Friday to her bar. Yeah.
Right.
So I'm
Then-
taking
I get it.
people from her bar.
And it's like, Karis, we were there one night at your place, and some guy wanted to come in and promote this gun raffle, and you let him. I mean, he was selling tickets and all that. But then he looks and says to me, and I was doing some MC work, will you go up and announce our New Year's Eve show? And you and I both were standing there. We're both like, absolutely not.
No.
Because
There's
we've
a
got a New
limit.
Year's Eve
Right.
show, you know?
If you're going to,
Right.
you know, if you're playing at, you know, you're playing at the venue called The House, and you have a gig the following month, then advertise your next gig at the house, but you don't advertise another bar at, and I get that. I 100% get
I
that.
100% agree with that. But there's one thing that's cool that I do see as far as me amongst my local musician friends is, let's say, for instance, I'm playing in Eaton, Ohio, which is 40 miles from where I live in Miamisburg. And let's say I just keep using Shane because he's a good friend of mine. Shane's playing in Centerville. I have no problem sharing Shane's show on Friday, the same day as my show, because I know and he knows that people that come and see us are not going to take a chance driving 40 miles to Eaton to watch me play and cop a buzz and try to drive home to where they can be in Centerville and watch Shane 3 minutes from their house.
Absolutely. I understand that.
So
I think that's,
I feel like that is 100% cool. I think that is something that's cool that I know that local musicians do for each other all the time. There's like that barrier of pretty much like a 30-minute window to where it's okay for us to share each other's shit on the same day. But if I'm playing in Centerville and Shane's playing in Centerville, no offense, I'll tell Shane, have a kick-ass show through a text message, but I'm not going to go out of my way and promote the shit out of his show when I'm playing 2 minutes down the road at another show.
And you should.
Yeah.
And some people can call that shitty, and it's not shitty.
No,
it's just
not
called,
shitty,
I got to
that's
make
business.
some money and so does he.
And that's
That's
where we got to put it into the business role. It is a business. Everything we do.
Right.
To me, I personally, I get pretty annoyed when, I mean, that's pure business. And I know this is a little bit different, but it's pretty frustrating from a business point of view when I have a band that's playing on a Saturday night and about 2-3 miles down the road, they're playing on Friday night.
We've been
don't
there.
like that.
We've done that.
So hey, since we're talking about support local music, here's another thing that I can tell you honestly here recently has grinded my gears as a musician is I feel some people who are wanting to support you or I guess throw out that shade that they're supporting you, that show up to your show for 15 minutes, usually right before your break, take a selfie with you, post it that they're at your show, and as soon as that selfie's posted, you get back on stage and play a song, they're nowhere to be seen.
Well, yeah,
Well,
that's
those are called
influencers.
And that's selfish notoriety to that person, and it really grinds my gears.
That's influencers. And,
Yeah.
and I feel bad about doing that some nights where I go 3 places in the same night because, you're there for a set, you're at the next place for a set and those kind of things. But again, I'm trying to report on them.
But
on
see,
Monday.
that's not you, brother. Like you just said, and this is true story, and I know because I've seen this 1,000 times from you because we've been friends for a couple years now. I have seen you go to Milano's for 45 minutes, watch my set, then take your ass down to Mr. Burroughs, watch a 45-minute set of Shane. Then 45 minutes later, you're down at Heather's watching somebody. But guess what? Scott Hall lives 6 minutes from all 3 of those locations. And if 3 of his good buddies that he's friends with in the music community are playing, no offense to your show, kiss his ass. He's allowed to do that.
Thank you, Heath.
Okay?
But yeah, and
I mean, I hate that people get butthurt about you not coming to their show.
well, my point earlier on that was specifically that I've had people say you only cater to those who. But people have to realize the dynamic of what I do here and what we do at All Around Town Radio is to support local music. And we
Right.
do a list on Thursdays that I ask musicians
Do
to
these
share, and
people
most
that-
time
these
they
people
don't.
that- Do these
But-
people that bitch about you, Scott, do they ever share your show?
No, never.
No,
Never.
absolutely they don't.
No, and those who do, I
Well,
appreciate
then tell them to
because
shut the fuck up.
easy now. Easy here. All right, go ahead and do your
No,
thing.
these people are expecting a handout, but they're not willing to show the same respect. You want to support local music, then support your show.
It's like doing a rock
Right.
show and wearing cargo shorts on stage. It just doesn't always work. You know what I mean? It doesn't always work, Karis. And some of these folks, I mean, you wouldn't believe what goes on behind the scenes with our gig submission groups. And I get people that leave the group and they're like, I don't want anybody to see where I'm playing. And then they'll post it 100 times on social media. It's like, okay, I don't want people to see where I'm playing because they're poaching my venues. It gets hilarious. And
That is probably the funniest thing that I've ever heard in the whole group message that you ever talked to me about.
And
Is people
Heath, we
think
know
that
the
people
same
poach on
people.
that
I
shit.
mean, we know the same people who have left those groups because of that. And it's like, okay,
Right.
but yet it's out there on Facebook and I can know that you're playing tomorrow night at,
Or how about
Yeah.
the people that you ask to submit gigs, solo, duo, bands throughout the week, and then we're on your show where you're trying to like spit out these 1,300 events that are going on from Thursday to Wednesday, and you got the 10 people in the comments going, "Hey, we're at the blah blah blah." What the hell didn't you report that? You've had a week to do this, and you want to shoot it in the comment section,
yeah, well,
knowing that
that's-
damn well nobody's commented that day on the show besides Hi Scott,
Kevin,
and they're listening to where everybody's playing.
yeah, Kevin and Caroline, those are different. You guys are different. You guys are true music supporters, and you're going to support your friends. And I mean, I think it's a little different what Heath was saying about that. It's the people that are just doing it for show.
For the
Right.
limelight. That's what it is.
Yeah, for the limelight, not for
I would never
actual.
say that about like Roger McNutt and Cheryl McNutt. Ever would I say that? Those people love music. You know what I mean?
yeah, they're out there every
Not
night.
people like that.
They're
Yeah.
seeing
They're
music
every night.
night.
They're in a gig.
Yeah,
Right.
and that's
So I'm
what's
talking like, not
important.
those people. So if somebody just commented it's from the South because I didn't know the names you just said, I'm not talking about you if you go out and support your friends and see 3 bands a night. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the person who doesn't have money to buy alcohol, doesn't have money to eat, comes into your show for 15 minutes, takes a picture with you,
And
puts it
leaves.
on social media and acts like, oh my God, this is my best friend. I just came and watched him play 2 fucking songs, you know? So, I forgot. I wasn't allowed to say that. But anyways,
Hey, you're all right.
Chris, you're running up on me. But no, I mean, that's the people I'm talking about. I would never talk about people who are like real music supporters. Cause I mean, we got some in the Dayton area. In the South, there's people like that too, like the Tuckers. I love the Tuckers. And people like that. I mean, they go and see everybody play.
Right.
That's different. But
Yeah.
when you just have, you know what I mean? It's just these people that are like, I don't know. I hate to talk like that, but it is what it is.
Well, and
Space is
let me
space.
throw
You gotta do
something
what you
in.
gotta do.
Let me throw something in real quick because we've got to move on here in a minute, but I want to say what I've noticed lately that has come back. And this is why this person hit home with this, that sent it in to me. And this is how scared people are of people having, retaliation. They said, please don't mention my name. So I won't, but trashing other bands in your music scene is not hurting your reputation. It's hurting their reputation. It's hurting yours. Because there are musicians doing that to other musicians now, acting disinterested. If you are at another musician's show in the back of the room with your arms folded and looking down your nose at them like you could do better than they can. Everybody's got a gig. Everybody's got something to work towards. And, if you're not good enough to play out, then get good enough to play out is my other side of this. There are people who get pissy that say, oh, these people are trashing us. Well, sometimes if you suck, you don't deserve to get paid. You got to get better at it. I hate to say that, but everybody, there's a start for. There's open mics everywhere. There's places people can go. But those are kind of 3 of my real pet peeves I see happening right now.
Right.
And Karis, do you have
And I
anything
agree
with that?
But I would say, sir, that the way that I look at it as far as being a musician, I can honestly get 2 pounds or whatever you call it, 2 pounds of flesh with somebody thinks to me. All I can say is if that bar asks me back, then obviously I did good enough for that bar to like me, and their people liked me, and I could give 2 shits less what anybody thinks about me.
And that's the business
Because
side.
at the end of the day, those people hating on me or don't like me don't pay my bills.
Hard,
So,
hard
I'm not
work
gonna
beats
lose any
talent
sleep.
when talent doesn't work hard. Carolyn, that's an excellent
I
statement.
agree. It's just like Michael Jordan said, I only became great because I failed so many times at things.
True that.
That's the truth.
Karis,
That
what
is
do you
the
got?
truth.
Anything?
I'm just enjoying listening.
This is a good conversation. It really is. And we want to say thank you to everybody who's joined us today on this Hot Topic Tuesday. And again, if you have a hot topic you'd like us to talk about, send it in. But we'd love to have you join us like Heath has today. At least he had the kahunas to get on here and say his piece, and I appreciate that. And we work hard at it.
Guys. Yeah, I do. I bust my ass, and I ain't going to let nobody take it from me. That's all I can say.
Well, and you're playing a lot, and you're out there working at it. And it's Glenn says he must live in a whole different world. Well, Glenn, you do.
Well,
You live in a world of blinky lights and dogs barking.
I see a lot of support. So, I mean, I do see a lot of support. I just think that there's also a lot of people that, I don't know, there's a lot of people that expect a whole lot without giving anything. So, I mean, and those people, I mean, who cares?
Entitled and expected should be given to them. Correct.
Now,
Right.
I love good music. I love quality music. I love fantastic artists and players. But really, in the music industry itself, nobody cares how good your music is. They care about how successful you have become on your own by being a good person and going out of your way to help others in the music scene. It eventually comes back full circle. I swear it does. And I've seen people that don't have a lot of talent who are some of the most favorite artists in the entire tri-state area because they are good people. And I think that's a big part of it. So Heath, thanks for joining us today. We got to get to this or that with Karis here, but thanks for joining us.
Hey, you guys have a wonderful day. See you guys later.
All right. We'll see you. Bye-bye. All right. Karis, you ready?
Yeah.
You don't look ready.
I mean, I was reading Mickey Evans' comments.
Because he's late to the party.
I love polka, he says.
He loves polka. He's always late to the party. Mickey Evans. Let me get ready here for this or that, and then we got to get out of here. I've got to head to Mr. Burroughs Tavern. Shameless plug for me tonight. You know what I'm saying? Oh, God. I just minimized you. Hang on.
I look the same on the screen.
No, it's me. I did it. Right here on my screen. There it is. All right. You ready?
Yup.
Fasten your seatbelts, ladies and gentlemen. It is time for this or that.
What the hell?
Yes. What the hell? All right. You ready?
Yo.
Be feared by all or loved by all?
Loved by all. Well,
lose your passport or your smartphone? That's a tough one.
I'm going to say passport because my smartphone's my job. Like It's a lot of work on there.
Smell like onions or garlic?
I don't. Garlic?
You're loving these, aren't you?
Yeah.
No company at your house or bad company at your house?
No company.
Rachel or Monica on Friends?
Phoebe.
I knew it. How did I know you'd say that? I can predict you pretty well. A dirty bathroom or a dirty kitchen? Man, these are stumpers today.
Shit. Kitchen? Bathroom? One of those?
One of those? Neither of those? All right.
Neither?
Keep a secret or tell a secret?
Keep a secret.
Speak to animals or speak 10 foreign languages?
Oh.
I know what you're picking.
Oh, well, I
animals.
like the idea of being able to speak foreign languages, and I love the idea of speaking to my babies.
Wouldn't it be nice if we could really have dialogue with them?
Yes. So
never get angry or be envious.
Never be angry or never be envious?
Yes.
Oh, never. I think maybe never be angry. I don't feel like I'm envious.
Okay. Never be stuck in traffic again or never get another cold.
Never get another cold.
More time or more money?
More time.
Have your heart broken or be the heartbreaker?
Having my heart broken.
Be funny or good looking?
Be funny.
Intellectual or athletic?
Intellectually athletic.
Be good with animals or good with children?
Be good with. Oh.
Animals. Pick it.
Animals.
You know you want to. I'll say it for you.
I don't have children. Be good with animals.
Underestimated or overestimated?
Underestimated, because I could care less.
Free travel for 1 year or free lodging for 5 years?
Say that one more time.
Free travel for 1 year or free lodging for 5 years?
Free travel for 1 year, free lodging for 5 years. I'll take free travel for a year.
Okay. Be better at writing or better at speaking?
Speaking?
Follow your dreams or follow your partner?
Follow my dreams.
Be 14 years old your entire life or 90 years old your entire life?
Oh.
Ooh. Oh.
I like the 90 because then I can have all these incredible experiences, but I like the 14 because I have so much to look forward to. I'll do 90.
That's really deep. Thanks.
Yeah.
Give up your favorite food or give up sex? Should I play the Jeopardy theme while we wait?
I really like both a lot. So I'm going to combine the two and tell you that I'm not answering that. I'm going to eat a sandwich while doing my husband.
Okay, there you go. Thank you for that. Too much information. Kiss your ex or your mortal enemy?
I don't know if I have a mortal enemy. I'll kiss my ex. I don't care.
You got mortal enemies.
Oh, I do?
Yes.
Oh.
We'll talk after the show.
Oh.
Would you rather have the ability to see 10 minutes into the future or 150 years into the future?
Neither.
Oh, that was lame.
150.
Okay, thank you. Would you rather have everyone know you're able to read or everyone you know be able to read your thoughts, or for everyone you know to have access to your internet history?
Internet history. I like porn. Get over it.
Gotcha. And lastly, let's go with a nice one to leave on. All right, you ready? Are you totally ready?
Yeah.
Ceris or Scott?
For what? For what?
For anything.
Oh, I'm going to choose me, boo.
Thanks. I knew you would. You selfish thing, you. I love you. If you need
help, I got you.
I know you do. You always got my back. I love you for that. It's been an interesting show today. It has. Thank you, Ceris. That's a beautiful hat you're wearing. The Bell and the Bear hat.
Sharon might be my mortal enemy. She's like Scott.
Sharon. Thank you, Sharon. I love you. All right. She loves Kevin McCoy more than she loves me, though. Who doesn't love Kevin? I love Kevin McCoy more than I love me. So thank you so much. And I got to get out of here, too. We're running long today. Ceris, I can't thank you enough for sliding in at the last second here and jumping on here with us. And we love it. Tiffany says everyone loves Kevin McCoy. Yes. He's like the little brother who never grew up, and we love him. So he really is. Tomorrow, Wednesday with the band, we're on at noon, featuring an event going on in the Cincinnati area. We'll talk to you about it tomorrow at noon. Join us there. Brad Martin's going to be on. Ceris, Brad Martin's going to join me tomorrow. And some other folks talking about this event. So we look forward to that. And Thursday, Who's Playing Out, brought to you by Froggies in Monroe, Ohio. They're bringing you the best music and musicians and all the stuff going on out there in the tri-state. Anything you got left today, Ceris, to say to anybody?
No, but I can't wait to find out who my mortal enemy is.
Really? You don't know?
Do I?
You don't know? You don't know? You don't know?
This is Dave Wade from Cincinnati's own Deviate, and you're listening to All Around Town Radio.
Oh, my God. You know what we forgot?
What?
The most important thing of the day right there. The views and opinions expressed in this program are those of the speakers and do not necessarily reflect the views or positions of our sponsors or any entities they represent. They are the views of Ceris and Scott.
Daisy.
Thank you. Bye, Daisy.
Daisy, get that out of your mouth.
What's Daisy eat? Don't tell me what Daisy's eating. I probably don't want to know. Thanks, everybody. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye for now. Calypso
Bye-bye.
out. You've been watching Hot Topic Tuesday with Ceris and Scott. I emphasize the term Ceris with an extreme close-up. Thank you. I can extreme close-up as well, and all you see is my shiny head. There it is.
I got a jacked up eye still. So
Still, get that thing fixed, girl.
I am. It's
Get it
just
fixed.
not working.
Yes.
I haven't been able to wear mascara in like forever.
I haven't either, and it's killing me.
I know, you look horrible.
Don't I look bad without my mascara?
So bad.
I love you. Say goodbye.
Goodbye, everybody.
Follow us on YouTube, Instagram. Like us on Facebook. It's called Hot Topic Tuesday, where your opinion matters. We'll see you next time, everybody. Bye-bye for now.
Bye-bye for now.